Hello, everyone, and welcome to Discover Rising Tides, How the Outside Makes the Inside Better. My name is Jean Gallagher, and I am here with Denise Stegall, our longevity concierge. Hey, Denise.
Hello, Jean. I love the word concierge.
Concierge.
It makes me sound
It,
so sophisticated.
it makes me want to say croissant.
Croissant.
And,
Yes, as a concierge, you can have a croissant.
and Denise is also with Healthy Living with Denise, and we are talking about the holidays. And where are you taking us today?
Today we're going to talk about gratitude. It's a healthy
Mm,
lifestyle practice, but also for a practice to manage the holidays. We've talked a little bit about, holidays can be really stressful because we make it that way, right?
mhm.
And I think we
Self-induced craziness.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Gratitude is something, yes, we talk about it at Thanksgiving. Oh, what are you thankful for this year? Blah, blah, blah. We should be thinking about that every day. What are we thankful for? What do we have gratitude for? And it's not just oh, I'm real, thank you for doing this for me. I really appreciate XYZ, but it's the little things in life that really tend to build and create one greater gratitude, but greater happiness and health that goes along with that. So it really is a bit of a perspective shift when it comes to the
Mm.
holidays, right? um when it comes to friends, family, giving and receiving, all of that, um it's so focused on what are you given as a present? Oh, what did I get from someone? And it's less about the time that we have with each other, the meaningful memories,
Mm.
the potential for new memories. Around the holidays we're always giving something, a physical thing, like, here, open this present. Um but what about instead creating a memory, maybe going on a trip or doing something fun, a little adventure? um, because I think that changes the perspective of what giving and receiving means, and that increases our gratitude for
Mm.
ourselves, for others. And when it comes to abundance, a lot of people either have a lacking or a lacking perspective, or an abundant perspective, right?
Mhm.
And through life, sometimes we can shift, depending on circumstances, which of course, if we pay attention to, and we have a gratitude practice, that kind of evens out to more of an abundant practice, or abundant feeling. So by practicing gratitude, I think the abundance comes out. And abundance doesn't mean, you're filthy rich, or, you have a multi-million dollar house, or any of that. Yeah, sure, that people have that. But what does abundance mean to you? Is it abundance in love, in family, in gratitude for whatever it may be that you have in your life,
A
right?
full heart. Mm.
A full heart. Absolutely. But these things, these shifts don't come overnight. We need to start thinking about it right now because we're talking about it, but it's a daily practice. And sometimes it's as simple as getting up in the morning and writing down three things that you're grateful for. My friend David George Brooke has a great journal, which I usually have right here on my desk, but I just finished mine. And it takes 5 minutes to go through, what are the three things that I'm grateful for today? What are the things that I'm looking forward to?
Mm.
Right? That's a piece of gratitude that we don't often consider.
Oh, I
What are
like
you
that a
looking
lot.
for?
The looking forward to, because quite often there's so much pressure on gratitude right now.
Mhm,
I think it's such a buzzword. So it
mhm.
creates, if you don't have a gratitude practice, you're lacking in something. So now all of a sudden it's the wrong thought process around it.
Mhm.
But the gratitude the gratitude piece can be really challenging. It should be simple, but we make it more complicated. And so the question would be, how do we, how do we simplify that in our brain? Thinking that, well, I have to be grateful for these big, huge things. But what you're saying really is it's the small things that add up.
It is. So when I'm working with clients, we go through a process called positive intelligence. And in that, with the gratitude piece there, we're grateful for the comfy seat that we have, the warm cup of tea or cup of coffee, um, the juicy apple. Like these are little things, but think about if you didn't have them.
Mm.
How many times, I mean, have you ever bitten into an apple that's not quite right? Ripe, not right. Right? So these are little things, but these are the little things in life that add up. And I believe that life really is about all of these little things.
Mm.
Yes, at some point in life, we do get some of the bigger things, that we've worked hard for or we've planned for, right? You know this with your clients. They're planning for their future. Um, Same thing with my clients. Many of my clients come to me because they want to lose weight. That's the initial thought. But when they realize that there are other things that are going on in their life that are equally as important, and then they start reaching goals that they never thought they could possibly reach. These are the things, like all of those little things add up to. And truly around the holidays, that's when this is important. So yes, if you don't think about this, haven't really thought about gratitude in this way, it's great to start thinking about that now, because as the holidays are coming and, maybe, things are not going to be perfect, because as we've talked about this before, perfection is a myth. It does not exist. We want to make sure that we're grateful for, the little oopses too. Oops, I burned the gravy. Oops, I forgot to put the sugar in the cranberry sauce. I did that one year. It's like, why does this taste funny? Little bitter, right? So it's those little, the small wins, I guess. Brian Johnson, who is somebody I follow, he talks about the small wins as plus ones. Like, how
Mm.
many plus ones do you have in your day? Right? Plus one could be, hey, I'm drinking water instead of soda. Not that I drink soda,
Mhm.
but you know what I mean. Right? And these are little things that are actually linked. I don't know why that's linked to well-being,
Mhm.
well-being, health, happiness, psychologically, mentally, physically, emotionally. All of these little things, all of these plus ones are things that we're grateful for. And how does that actually link to our well-being? Lower stress. That's what we've been talking about
Mhm.
throughout all of this, right? This month. It improves your mood. Hey, I did something positive today. So, I mean, and if we're paying attention to what we're eating and if we're drinking enough water, staying hydrated, guess what? Without even thinking about it, you have absolutely positively impacted your immune system.
Mm.
So during this time of year, people get sick. Positive thoughts, positive gratitude actually makes you healthier and
Mhm.
could ward off things like colds, flu, whatever it may be.
And it is the practice of recognizing one habit that, or one way to practice and get better at s- telling yourself things that you're grateful for is think about the person across from you or the person in your family, and what do they bring to you? And if you're thinking about all the wonderful qualities about them, and then you realize, well, maybe I should be thinking about these qualities for myself.
Love that.
Mm.
Absolutely. We're the worst. We're our worst critics,
Yeah. If
right?
we talk to ourselves, if we talk to other people like we talk to ourselves, we would really have no friends.
We would have no friends. We'd be very lonely.
Yes. So it is. And that I think that maybe that's the importance of the gratitude piece and the gratitude practice is that so that we learn to be kind to ourselves and we learn to push ourselves up and be with what we're doing or what we have around us.
Mhm. Absolutely. And I think just a last thing that just popped into my head. When we talk about a gratitude practice, I think it's important to look at the word practice,
Mm,
right? It's a practice. It's something you do. You're never, it's not like a gratitude perfection, right? It's a practice. Athletes practice. You know, uh, um,
a lot of
musicians
performance.
practice. They practice in order to get better and to complete, to always, up level. So let's practice our gratitude, up level our gratitude, up level our happiness, up level our health and well-being
I
around these
love that.
holidays and every day moving forward.
I love that. Thank you, Denise.
Hello, everyone. This is Jean Gallagher, Discover Rising Tides, and I want to just take a moment to talk about my friend, Denise Stegall. I am honored to call her as a friend, and I'm so grateful that she gives us her insight during our shows each show and talks about healthy living, eating real food. You hear Denise say, eat real food a lot. Well, she means it, and she knows what she's talking about. She is an amazing healthy living coach, curator at Living Healthy List. And if you ever have any questions about what is real food, why does it matter, how does that apply to me, how do I change, what do I need to do, how do I even create a healthy living shopping list, make sure that you call her. She is your healthy living coach, and you can find her at healthylivinglist.com. Thank you so much for listening today. Today's show is sponsored by Seaside Solutions, my financial services company. As a business owner, it's easy to be pulled in many different directions, and often taking care of yourself plummets to the bottom of the list. For me, I find myself outside to reground. My time outdoors helps me manage my day more effectively and be more present for my clients. Through this, Discover Rising Tides was born. At Seaside Solutions, we truly believe that education is the foundation of financial wellness. Our primary focus is to provide guidance that is designed to help you achieve your long-term financial goals and visions. Working with a plan allows space for doing more things that you love, like being outside to make the inside better. If I can help you create or realign your plan, or if you would like to be added to my weekly newsletter, please let me know. This week's topic was 5 ways to set more achievable goals. Your referral means the big, beautiful world to me, and if I can help, please let me know. And thank you so much for listening, and see you next time.